Hello, and welcome to X's and O's Sharp Picks. Today, we bring you the most exciting games of college football, the conference championship game previews, and we'll be focusing on the SEC, Big Ten, and ACC conferences. So, let's get into this epic showdown set for December 7th at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Texas versus Georgia, a clash of college football titans with the SEC championship and a likely playoff spot on the line. Now let's take it back to October 19th, the first time these two met this season. Georgia absolutely smothered Texas in that game, walking away with a decisive 30-15 victory. Remember that first half? Georgia's defense was an absolute brick wall, holding the Longhorns to a humiliating 39 total yards, a 23-0 halftime lead. And even when Texas brought in Arch Manning to try to salvage something, Georgia just kept flexing. Let's be real. It was Bulldog domination, plain and simple. But fast forward to now, and the narrative has shifted. Texas has been on a tear lately, showing why they're sitting at number 2 in the country. Their most recent win? A gritty 17-7 victory over rival Texas A&M. On the flip side, Georgia's had a bumpier road since their October triumph. They dropped a big one to Ole Miss, losing 28-10, and barely scraped by Georgia Tech with a 44-42 win. That kind of inconsistency is not what you want heading into the biggest game of your season. And let's talk about the stakes here. Georgia has been here before. They've had a lot of SEC championship appearances. But their recent record? Not great. 1-2 in their last 3. That's got a sting for Bulldogs fans. On the other hand, this is Texas's debut season in the SEC, and here they are, already vying for the crown. If that doesn't scream "we belong," I don't know what does. So what are the odds? The metrics give Texas a slight edge with a 53.4% win probability compared to Georgia's 46.6%. That may surprise some folks, especially given how Georgia manhandled Texas earlier this season. But the truth is, Texas is peaking at just the right time. They're more consistent on both sides of the ball, and they'll have that revenge factor driving them. Right now, Texas is also the 2.5-point favorite in this game. And honestly, it makes sense. Georgia will have to play their best football of the season if they want to win this. Anything less, and Texas is walking out of Atlanta with that trophy. So here's my prediction. Texas 26, Georgia 23. It's going to be a close one, no doubt about it. But Texas just has the edge in momentum, consistency, and sheer hunger for revenge. All right, let's talk about the Big Ten championship matchup between Oregon and Penn State. This game is stacked with high stakes and two powerhouse programs ready to collide at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Oregon comes into this game as the only undefeated team left in the FBS. Think about that for a second. They've been dominant all season, and they're fresh off a statement win, 49-21, over Washington in Week 14. At this point, their ticket to the college football playoff is punched, win or lose. But don't think for a second they'll be cruising. They want that Big Ten title in their first year in the conference. They've got history to make. On the other side, we have Penn State. They earned their spot here with a dominant 44-7 victory over Maryland in the finale, and got a little help from Michigan, who stunned Ohio State. This is huge for Penn State fans. This is their chance to chase their 5th Big Ten championship and their 2nd under James Franklin. They're going for glory here, but let's be real. They're the underdogs. The numbers back it up, with Penn State having just a 35.9% chance to win, according to the College Football Network playoff meter, compared to Oregon's whopping 64.1%. Now, Oregon is coming into this as a 3.5-point favorite. Their offense? Lethal. Dylan Gabriel has been a machine this season, leading the conference in both completion percentage and passing yards. Penn State's defense is no joke. They're limiting teams to just 14 points per game. But can they handle an offense this explosive? They'll need to play their best game of the season just to keep it close. But Penn State isn't without its weapons. Drew Aller and Tyler Warren might be the best QB tight end duo in the country. Warren's stats are insane. Over 100 yards from scrimmage and 10 touchdowns. And Aller? He'll have to be flawless if Penn State is going to solve Oregon's defense. If Penn State can protect the ball, they'll at least give themselves a chance. But here's the elephant in the room: James Franklin's record in big games. Let's call it what it is: rough. He's 1-11 against top 5 opponents since taking over in Happy Valley. That's not the stat you want hanging over your head in a game like this. If Franklin's going to flip the script, it's going to take a near-perfect effort from his players. So here's the prediction: Oregon 27, Penn State 17. Oregon is just too complete, too consistent, and too explosive. Penn State will fight, but Oregon's experience and firepower will ultimately carry the day. Let's talk about one of the most fascinating matchups in this year's conference championship lineup: the ACC championship game between Clemson and SMU. It's a classic powerhouse versus a rising star, with both teams fighting for a spot in the college football playoff. First, let's look at SMU. What a debut season in the ACC for the Mustangs. They've been nothing short of spectacular, going a perfect 8-0 in conference play. They're putting up nearly 41 points per game, ranking third in the nation in scoring offense. This team is electric. They've been the talk of the conference all season, and they're coming into this game as the 2.5-point favorite, and with a playoff spot on the line, they're not leaving anything to chance. Now Clemson, where do we even start? This is a team that kind of backed its way into the ACC title game after Miami's shocking loss to Syracuse last weekend. Let's be honest, losing to South Carolina in their finale wasn't exactly the momentum they were hoping for heading into championship week. But here they are, and for Clemson, this is a must-win game if they want to secure a playoff spot. Clemson is the underdog here, with a 46.2% chance of winning, compared to SMU's 53.8%. Both offenses are high-powered. Clemson ranks 14th in scoring offense, while SMU is sitting pretty at 6th. These teams can light up the scoreboard, no question about it. But on the defensive side, both are just average. This game is going to come down to which defense can step up and make key stops. So here's the prediction: SMU 31, Clemson 24. SMU's offense is just too good right now, and their momentum is undeniable. Clemson will keep it close because they've been here before. They know how to handle the big stage, but SMU has the edge. This is a statement game for the Mustangs, and I think they're going to prove they belong in the playoff conversation. Let us know what you think. Will Texas get revenge, or will Georgia rise to the occasion once again? Will Oregon's first year in the Big Ten be a clean sweep? And will SMU show Clemson they belong on top of the ACC? Leave your comments below, like and subscribe to our channel for more preview picks.